Good morning, my name's Steve Wilkinson. I'm an Asset Performance Advisor at Newcastle for the Environment Agency. My key responsibility of this job is working with catchment engineers and asset inspectors. We look at the condition of defences and assets, flood walls, culverts, etc. and make sure they're in good condition. If they're not in good condition, then we'll take action to improve things. Today we're in Guisborough. It's a small market town with a population of around 8,000 in North Yorkshire. And behind me you can see the Chapel Beck, which flows through the centre of the town. The strategy for this area, our catchment flood management plan says we need to reduce the flood risk. We're doing that here now with culvert desilting, cleaning out the channel, and in the future we'll also be doing a 1.6 million flood alleviation scheme at Guisborough. The community's response has been really supportive. I think they appreciate the flood risk. It's been in the news, everybody's seen the devastation that floods can cause, and the work we're doing now, clearing the culverts, getting the silt out the open channels, will allow more space for the water to flow through, and that reduces the flood risk. So the local council and the residents have given us really good feedback, and they've been very supportive. The aims of this project are to reduce the flood risk. So by clearing the channels, we can improve the conveyance capacity of the culverts and the open channel bits. And by desilting and clearing it gives people an improved level of protection from flooding. There are several environmental constraints on Chapel Beck. Our ecology colleagues advise that American signal crayfish might be present. That's a non-native species, so if we find any of those, we need to kill them. There's also a possibility of bats in culverts. We know otters use this reach, and also water voles. So we need to use the appropriate procedures to make sure we don't endanger these protected species.
I'm Andy Higson. I'm a Senior Contracts Engineer for Balvac, and I'm responsible for all Balvac projects delivered under the Environment Agency's Northern Minor Works framework. Balvac became involved with this project under the framework. We were invited to tender for the project competitively, and we were awarded the contract in late 2015. The key challenge for this project is the location of the works. The culverts and the channels are within or adjacent to public open spaces, residential areas and local businesses. So we had to plan the works carefully to ensure that there was suitable segregation and control measures to protect the public at all times, and also to plan our works methodology and plant selection to maximise our working area, which eliminated and helped us manage other key risks on site. We've been working closely with Ebsford now for 18 months, delivering equally challenging silt removal projects across the region. We used Ebsford again on this project because their specialist knowledge of silt removal techniques and their attention to detail gives us assurance that the works will be priced and planned to be safe and also to be cost effective for the customer.
I'm Nick Oxley from Ebsford Environmental. I'm the Senior Contracts Manager for the project. I'm involved with organising the full site setup and the operations of this works. We're using various methods for the Chapel Beck works. We've got 2 excavators and dumpers using conventional excavation works in the open channel, using clamshell grabs and standard digging. That's been taken away to be dried out before we take off site. And then there's a series of culverts along the stretch where we're using jet vac and dye-sab techniques to jet out and suction remove the silt from underneath the culverts. Same again, we're taking them off to our on-site tipping area to be dried out, and then eventually, once they're dry, that will be taken to tip using wagons.